Welcome to my YouTube channel under Mark Kudaberti. Time for your coronavirus and stock market update. March 20th, the markets just closed. The Dow was settled around 19,000 and some change, down around 10,000 points from its high of 29.5 in a little more than a couple of months, down about 30-something percent. The newest things happening, California, my home state, is now in lockdown, voluntarily locked down for sure. New York State ordered all non-essential workers to stay home. Italian deaths, 627. That's the most in one day anywhere. One day. Death toll in Europe's epicenter topped 4,000. Donald Trump banned all non-essential travel from Mexico, except commerce. Also deferred student loan payments. Don't have to make those payments. Talking about stimulus checks to every man, woman, and child in the United States. We'll see what happens. We already mentioned that they're also bailing out the banks, buying distressed assets from financial institutions, and a host of other money printing things that they're doing to try to get the economy at least prepped and solidified against this rather unfortunate situation where commerce worldwide has basically stopped. Cases topped 274,000, more than 10,000 dead. 4 senators sold stocks after the virus briefings in January. We'll tell you who those are in a minute, but that is really just disgusting. New York City reports 5,000 cases, 29 fatalities. Latin America, the headline says, is not prepared for when it hits their shores. The World Health Organization says that we need 80 to 100 times more testing kits and more tests. Now, obviously, as we test more, there's going to be more cases. So the giant increase in cases does not necessarily means the virus is increasing, although these things have a tendency to increase exponentially until they peak and then go away. There is a chemical drug called chloroquine, if I'm reading that right, and Nigeria is going to conduct clinical trials on it. And we have to be careful here not to make sure that these drugs hit the markets too early and cause other things to happen. United Kingdom is to help pay workers' wages. Okay, similar to what the United States is talking about doing. Had some sort of a mini swarm riot in a New Jersey testing site after a 4-hour wait got out of hand. First virus deaths in Peru. London pubs, restaurants set to close shortly. Social distancing is expected to last several more weeks. We just got shut down indefinitely here in California, as I said. FAA closes airspace near Indianapolis. Most of the airlines are now just flying freight. Most of them. IRS has moved the tax date to July 15th. American Airlines is flying cargo only in 36 years. You can expect a big bailout to the airlines and the cruise ships, among others. Carnival Cruise Line has offered its ships for hospital ships. You might see that as a noble cause. I see it as a way for Carnival to rent its cruise ships to the United States government since they can't do any cruises. The Dutch death toll jumps to 106. Frankfurt Airport furloughs thousands. America Prime slows Europe streaming. Don't know why they would do that. Oh, because of increased rates. My internet itself is really slow because everybody's at home. UK advises that social distancing, staying away from each other, could be needed most of the year. Can you imagine? Commerce Bank, their forecast on the economic impact globally is, quote, unforeseeable. I have seen similar analysts like myself that are saying we just don't know how bad the damage will be. Gilead Sciences has a drug called remdesivir that they're looking into to see if that can help. Singapore suspends large events, steps up social distancing. Cases in Spain, over 20,000, and Iran together. The World Health Organization suspects that the Thailand community is experiencing higher transmission rates. While the number of cases doubled to 200,000 worldwide in the 12 days through Thursday, on Friday, the tally was already halfway to 300,000. The number of cases had doubled in 4 days in France, and they don't have enough test kits as well. The Bloomberg, through the World Health Organization, confirms that the coronavirus cases are climbing exponentially. Well, the more people that have it, the more people that are going to get it for sure. Altria, the big tobacco company, the CEO tested positive. Howard A. Willard III. He's taking temporary medical leave of absence. Austria extends lockdown measures until Easter. Deutsche Bank sees the risk of worst UK recession for a century. So on and so forth. 185 countries are affected. The new cases in the originating provinces, Hubei and Wuhan, I believe those are called, flatlined. So there are no new cases in those two provinces in China. Most of the cases, 80,000 in China, of course, but their new cases have flatlined in the originating areas. United States here, 18,700 cases, 5,000 new cases in the last 24 hours, 235 deaths. The senators that sold stock early on from their privy information on how bad it might be were the despicable Richard Burr, Kelly Loeffler, James Inhofe, Inhofe, and Dianne Feinstein. Shame on you. Total cases, 274,000, close to 12,000 deaths. Mortality rate, 3.5%, but most of that is older or with pre-existing conditions. On the markets, they have stabilized somewhat. As mentioned previously, we unloaded quite a bit at 29,500 and unloaded on the way down and stopped unloading. And we started buying last Friday, so we started buying last week. I can't say all those positions are up, but I can say that we're looking at positions that we're buying with the Dow 10,000 points lower than what it was. So this may go lower, but having avoided much of the implosion in the portfolios, I'm glad that at least now we're starting to buy, and I'm looking forward to buying more. What are we buying? Well, look at your TV screen and see where the crowds are, and that's kind of what we're looking at. Online streaming services, social media platforms, grocery stores, drug companies that may have drugs that could possibly help this virus, cleaning supplies, cleaning solutions, paper products. Those are the companies that we're looking at. We also have added some of the high flyers that I think will naturally take off. Those are the most popular stocks. You can probably guess the names of those. And so we'll see what happens Monday. The Dow was up today and then ended up down 900. Toward the end, it kind of accelerated, so that was rather disturbing. I think people just didn't want to be long in the market coming up to the weekend. So the YouTube channel, Mark Cunaberti. I'll be back at you probably tomorrow or Sunday with another update. We have stock market commentary and updates right here all in one piece. Join the channel if you'd like to just keep abreast of what's going on. Okay, be safe. Lockdown here in California on March 20th. My name's Mark Cunaberti.